Hello and welcome back to my channel. It is Thrawn's Revenge here with another YouTube video. This time we are looking at set 75322, the Hoth ATST set by LEGO. As you know, this is not really a review channel, so whether it's a good LEGO set or not, I am not the person to tell you. If you would like a video about whether it's a good LEGO set or not, my recommendation would be looking at either Solid Bricks Studios or it's the Jang. They have great reviews, so they will give you a better understanding on whether or not this is worth the money. I will instead be looking at this from a purely Star Wars perspective of how does this model compare to its in-universe counterpart. So we'll first be starting with the probe droid, then we will be doing the ATST. So let's start off with the probe droid. So with the probe droid, I would say this is by far the best LEGO probe droid they have done. It is the closest to the size, it is the closest in its shaping, the way it's designed, head rotation, arms, all of that. I think by far best one they've done so far. Even then, I think if you compare it to the in-universe, I still have some minor nitpicks. One nitpick would be this dish right here. I would have personally replaced this dish with the 3x3 dish, which I did in my version of the probe droid. The probe droid also, they made it in dark bluish gray with black accents. In the universe, I'm fairly sure that the probe droid is like a black or like a really, really, really dark gray, so as close to black as I'd say it is. So when I made my custom version, I made mine black. They made theirs dark bluish gray. I understand why they did it. They've already done the larger probe droid in dark bluish gray, so to kind of keep up with those consistencies. But I would have preferred this model to be instead black. Another issue is the blaster. So you'll see the blaster right here. It is the 1x1 round plate with the bar sticking out of it. I think it's comically too large. It shouldn't be that size. I think it's way too big. I personally would have omitted it. Bleh. And I omitted it in my version. Some other inconsistencies, I think the arms are too far out of the body. If you look at the actual probe droid, you'll see the arms are a little bit closer to the center. Of course, LEGO has their own design issues that they have to come up with, so the way they designed their probe droid, you can't really do that, so I can understand why. Other than that, the head, I think, is perfect. This head design is fantastic. I copied the same style for my version as well, because this is great. The different ocular outputs are super unique. The antenna is very well designed. The way the head rotates, I think, is very clever. The head does rotate, but like you need to really pick this up and like rotate the whole top, and then it will rotate. So all in all, probe droid, I think it's fantastic compared to all the other previous probe droids we've had so far. They've really knocked the probe droid out of the park for this one, I'd say. Now let's look at the ATST. So now looking at the ATST, as you can see, this is not the Endor version of the ATST. This ATST is supposed to be based off of the Hoth ATST that we saw in episode 5. The main differences between the two designs is the Hoth ATST had a smaller head and longer legs. The top of the head was a little bit more rounded, and the vision ports are completely sealed off. So, in terms of LEGO's interpretation of this, I think it's pretty good. Their ATST that they did for Rogue One, also good. The ATST they did for Mandalorian, also good. It's basically that with some slight differences here and there. Complaints for the model itself, the legs. So these legs, as are with the other ones, only articulate on this back hip right here. I don't like that. The legs should be able to articulate in more positions. I would have loved to see an articulating position right here, so that way you can get into more action poses. You have more maneuverability with the model. Head rotation is perfect. They, of course, added the gearing system in the back for the head to be able to rotate. My biggest complaint with this model is, again, the lack of canon crew. So these ATSTs are supposed to hold a pilot and a gunner. And I think if LEGO changed this design a bit, they can hold the canon amount. We've seen people modify these multiple times. The one from the Bunker set, the Rogue One set, the First Order ones, people will always modify it to be the correct amount. And that is because it is supposed to hold 2 people. Lego, please, make these hold 2 people. You can do it. I believe in you. It will be less parts to make it hold 2 people. So, with that out of the way, the greebling and the texturing, I think, is fairly okay. I think something that I would have changed is the back of the ATST right here. There is some colors that I don't want to see. I don't want to see this black. I don't want to see this dark tan. They also could have changed this into a black piece instead. Kind of give it the black ports that are supposed to be back here. I think they would have made it even more accurate to the version that we see on screen. Another thing that I don't like, I do not like these sticking out here. If LEGO really wants to be adding spring-loaded shooters, I think trying to hide them better would be nice. When you put the spring-loaded shooter into the back of the head, you can clearly see the tail from the model. I don't like that. I don't want to see the tail. If I'm paying whatever I'm paying for this model, I would like to not see the tail of this. Some other complaints, of course, I don't like seeing that blue pin. All of this, I think, could have been plated, in my opinion. The plating would have definitely rounded it out a little bit better. Ooh, this guy is kind of popping out right there. Aren't ya? Hold on. That's better. Okay. This black bit under here, I'm not exactly sure why they put this bar. I do kind of like the color contrast that they put in it. Although, as we know, ATSCs are mostly light gray and dark gray. There's not many other colors other than a couple of accents of other colors. So I would have personally preferred this all to be in dark gray on the bottom. The greebling they did for the front, I really like. So all of this, I think, is really well done. As you know, it's LEGO. They're not going to go like custom mock level of greebling and texturing. But with what they have, I think this is perfect. This is definitely adequate for what they're going for. Front plating is good. These front plates are good. I would have liked to see this rounded up a little bit more. This feels a little bit awkward. How there's like this gap right here. I would have preferred that to be a little better. I don't like this brown piece right here. I would have preferred this to be a different color. Back, I'd say, is kind of lacking. I feel we've gotten better back of turrets from the other 2 versions, I think. If you disagree, you know, we can agree to disagree. But that's my personal opinion on that. The adding of the vents, good. That's like the main thing about the ATSD is those 2 vents. The way that the head is able to pop up, I think that's perfect. That's all good. This port is able to open. That's all good. I wish this would have been rounded a little bit, but that's, you know, that's already a little bit of a nitpick. Side guns, I think, are fairly good. The grenade launcher is accurate. This, I feel a little bit less so. I don't think this is supposed to be that thin because these are supposed to be like the anti-personnel repeating blasters, I'm pretty sure. So I think this could have been better. I would have preferred another bar here instead, and maybe with some Technic pins on it. The light bluish gray Technic pins on it instead. Maybe some candle pieces in light bluish gray. Please, LEGO, I need candle parts in light bluish gray. Thank you. Back engine details, they have the ports right here, so that's all good. The neck looks good, I'd say, albeit it's using black again, but I think that is accurate. It is supposed to have like a black coloring on the back. Again, biggest issue, right? It's one guy. There's supposed to be 2 people in here. So I will make my own video, as well as probably others have seen, of modifications to add 2 people. I will try to make mine as canon accurate as I can. Of course, it is a LEGO set. There are limitations. If it was custom, I could do a little bit more. But I don't really want to do this custom. I feel there's already fantastic ATSTs out there. The amount of modification that would need to go into making it an Endor 1 isn't a lot. What I will complain about, you modders out there, stop having these ports open. They're not supposed to be open. These are supposed to be sealed shut because it is a Hoth one. It is not supposed to open. If it was open, then it would be the Endor variant. I'm fairly sure that they do differentiate that in Legends. I'm not 100%, but I'm fairly certain that the Hoth version is just not supposed to open at all, where the Endor one has the option where the slits are able to open and close. These are supposed to be closed. They cannot open. It is too cold. This guy will freeze to death if you open it. So, don't touch this. It's fine. I promise. I'll probably make some modifications over here as well. I will most likely remove these. I don't like these. I've never liked them. I always remove them if I can. So, modifications here will happen. Yeah, that's kind of all I have for right now. In terms of updates on me, sorry there haven't been a lot of streams. I've been trying to fix my sleep schedule. So far, the sleeping is fighting back, so I'm struggling, but I'm hoping to do more streams soon. Couple of updates for the my Rubricable page. I have added the Apex Legends crate that someone had me design. That has been posted on there for free. I will most likely be adding the Book of Boba Fett Episode 3, The Speeder by the Major Domos. I will be adding that for free as well, most likely. And then my TIE Sentinel that I designed for a commission will be up there also by the time this video drops, and that one will be paid for. So if you're interested in picking that up, look at my Rubricable. As well as I got a sponsor. So the sponsor is, hold on, let me get my phone, because I'm dumb and I forget everything. So give me one hot second. Extra Minifigures. So I am working with Extra Minifigures. They will be taking a lot of my custom designs and instructions and selling it on their website. So if you are interested in any of my stuff or any of their stuff, their custom minifigures are pretty fantastic. I would highly recommend it. You can go to their website and use code THRAWN at checkout. It'll take 15% off of your purchase of $10 or more. It throws a little bit of money my way, which I would thoroughly appreciate. I am slowly trying to become more of a professional YouTuber at my current size, which is a struggle, and I'm hoping that as I make more videos like these and I continue to be posting on Instagram, doing live streams, making models as I can, you will continue to keep watching all of that. So yeah, thank you again to Extra Minifigures for this partnership, and I hope it all works out for everyone. Other updates. I have a couple more models planned. I have 2 more walkers that I want to do, and then 1 big walker. I will most likely do the big walker as a poll, because I don't know what would be more fun for y'all to see as a model. It is currently between the all-terrain anti-air, the Stormwalker by Fractal Sponge, or a redesign of my all-terrain mobile artillery. Those are the current 3 options. If you're interested to cast your vote of which you think would be cooler to see as a model, please put those in the comments. Thank you so much. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. All of my links are at the bottom. The link to Extra Minifigs website with the code also at the bottom. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.